Hey everyone, welcome back to HNS Collectibles. This is Cody. I thought this time around I'd share a few records. For my Friday video, did not get a Tuesday video out this week. So probably next week do a colored vinyl Tuesday. But I spent some time this week and added all of my records to the Discogs app. So a lot of thanks to Beth at Red Rum Records and Dave at David's Horror for turning me on to that and helping me through it. And since I've got records kind of strewn everywhere behind me, you can't quite see them, but there's a few piles and a few stacks, and things are no longer alphabetized. Everything's in disarray. I thought it might be cool to show a couple sections of the collection, and I was going to start off with my WaxWorks records because they just shipped my subscription box for 2021. Be the first time that I've subscribed to them, so I'm looking forward to that and getting the 5 different records from them, throughout the year. So it sounded cool. I thought it was a good deal. I got 10% off my Godzilla box set by doing it, so kind of felt like a lot to drop within a few days of each other, the Godzilla box set and the subscription. But I think it will well be worth it. So I'm going to go in the order of their release numbers. And first up on my list, the lowest number that I have is Creepshow, which is Waxworks, if that'll focus, WW004. Really cool artwork there on the cover. Something from every story in Creepshow except the wraparound is not featured here. There on the back, you got Jordy's weeds growing. Of course, the creep's hand kind of coming down. Track listing. This is a pretty good, I guess you'd say, thorough version of the soundtrack. I do have a La La Land's Records CD release of Creepshow that's expanded and features a lot of the stock library music, but still not all of it. I had to go around on different websites and download to get all of that in my MP3s. But on the inside, just some write-ups about the movie, and this one's kind of cool because there's another page, so it's kind of like a book when you open it. Some shots of the movie, some thoughts from George Romero, and also I think, some thoughts on the second page from John Harrison, who composed the score. Inserted in it as well, you get a 12 by 12 art print of the creep, kind of maybe a little bit different than we're used to seeing him, but still a very cool print. And now the record itself, I love this one. There were a lot of different variants of this. There was, I think, brown for the roaches, green for the aliens, or the plant goo, or the plants, I guess. What else have I heard about? Purple. There was a purple one. Don't know what that signified, but mine, and I hope it comes, I think, it's coming across. I've got the red and blue kill lights. So at least on my screen that I'm seeing back, that looks kind of red and black, but it's red and blue. So the the kill lights that come up, like when Nathan is killing somebody, or I think even Fluffy comes out of his crate, you get those red and blue lights. Just very, very cool looking. I did not know what one I was getting. Bought this at a convention, and of course they're not labeled on the outside of which one it is. So next up, I'm going to do some editing between these when I'm being slow. But WaxWorks 13.4, Friday the 13th Part 4 soundtrack. This is a 2-record set of Part 4, the final chapter. Pretty cool gatefold there, like that Jason in the background. And back cover, there he is. and track listings. Get these out for you. There is a art print included, which is the front cover, and then with a write-up on the back by Joseph Zito about the score and what they went through to do it. This was, according to that, a movie that Paramount did not want to throw a lot of money at. But we have this Campfire Smoke, I think it's called. It's kind of a blue wispy, or a wispy blue on clear. And I think, I'm not 100% certain, I don't remember. I haven't played this in a little while. I think the second album might be the same thing. Some of them are the same on both, some of them are different. Nope, this one's clear with kind of green wispy smoke in it. So I think if I remember right, Campfire Smoke was the name of that one. So we'll keep going. Skip part 5. I do not have part 5. I actually went to FYE the other day looking for part 5 because I had seen it at that store and did not pick it up. And I thought, well, I'll order it on WaxWork's website, and I went and they're sold out. So I'm pretty sure both of these are the same or close, but I love this one. This was actually the first Friday the 13th soundtrack that I bought. WaxWorks 13.6, Jason Lives. Love that artwork with the lightning making Jason's mask, and graveyard there coming down and hitting the tombstone. Really cool. And then the gatefold, again, pretty cool. There's part 6 Jason. There he is standing on top of the RV after it crashed. And on the back, him chained to the bottom of the lake, and your track listing. So I don't think, no art prints in this one that I was aware of. Let's see, and I got what they called Cemetery Splatter. So pretty lively looking, a lot of blue and white coming out of the red. Very cool looking. Got that label on the front there, and then the flip side label is the smiley face on the tree. So put this away without damaging it. And let's see, the second album is, the same color, maybe a little bit more pronounced on this one. But I love that pattern, and there's the kind of Jason as James Bond from the beginning. This is one of my favorites. Just, I guess, because this is my favorite Jason movie, and certainly a version of the score that I listen to a lot. They're all pretty similar, at least till you get up into part 7 and 8. And speaking of part 7, a couple of these to go through. WW 13.7, the mask coming apart on the cover, very cool looking. Tina on the back with the nails, track listings, again, 2 record set. The gatefold is Jason with the weed eater, looking pretty menacing. Let's see, this one did have an art print that I really liked. And I think they threw this art print in because this was delayed for a little while, maybe. But look at that. Isn't that cool? That is my favorite look of Jason. Zombie Jason from part 7 is the one I think looks the best. And 2 records, and they are different colors, I believe. So record 1, side A and side B. I think this one was called like something like Zombie Rot, Jason. A lot of browns, a little bit of white mixed in. I see some blue streaks, some black streaks. Very marbled looking. But very, very nice looking record. You all know I got a weak spot for the colored records. You could almost put out a record that I didn't like, the music, but if it looked cool enough, I'd buy it. Record 2 is more like just a nasty blood, kind of like the kind of crap you think would be oozing out of Jason. Backside's the mask splitting. So there we go with that. Part 8. This was a recent pickup. And really like this one because of the cover art. So, WW 13.8. Jason looking in the porthole on the back, or on the front. There he is looking on the subway car on the back. I like how they did the letters for Part 8 even on the spine, like they were, subway rail lines. And when you pull out the sleeve on this one, he actually comes out of the portal window. And the sleeve art on this is, him standing in front of Manhattan. There's Manhattan on the back with the lightning storm from the end. Look at record 1. I believe this one was called just like New York Grime. Got I Love New York on side A. Got that lightning storm on side B. And let's see, record side C and D. Actually, I showed this one just recently, I think, on a Colored Vinyl Tuesday. This was, I forget what they called it, but it was all about the pink guitar that he smashed the girl with in the lower parts of the ship. So there's kind of metro lines coming together to make a mask. Kind of cool. And there's Jason's face on the backside. Gingerbread Jason, as Ben puts it. Okay, and next up, this one is actually not a colored vinyl. It is just a standard black. So I won't bother showing you the record. There it is. But this is WaxWork's 016, Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. Actually picked this up off Beth over at Red Rum Records. So pretty cool artwork. There's the cat, there's the mummy, there's the gargoyle, and the kid from the wraparound. Gatefold again kind of shows all of them, and has a little write-up by John Harrison, who did the score. And on the back there is the cat, the mummy, and the gargoyle again with track listing. This is a cool one. It's got a few little callbacks here and there, if you will, to the old theme, mainly in the beginning. And my favorite music from the score is actually, damn it, I'll just put that on there later. My favorite music from the score is actually, sorry about that, my favorite music from the score is actually from my favorite story, Lot 249 with the mummy. So here's another one I picked up at a convention. WW020, Evil Dead Part 2. Love that cover art with the roots making kind of the Necronomicon face. Back cover, Ash's hand, giving you the finger. Track listing. This is another single album release. Comes with a art print, kind of comic book looking. Pretty cool. And then the gatefold on this one is just awesome. Love it. Got the cabin there. That'd make a great poster. Yeah, I'd hang that up and frame it if I had that as a poster. I don't want to frame the album sleeve. But this was available in a couple different colors. I think there was some kind of a blood splatter. I forget what it was called. But I got the Delta 88 yellow. And then the label on the flip side is one of the tape reels. So pretty cool. Okay, next up, Creepshow 2. This one is WW031. Got the creep there on the front. Chief Woodenhead, the girl getting eaten in the raft, and the hitchhiker. Of course, the kid running away from the thing on the water, and some bones in it. Love that story. The back cover, like their own different editions of the comic book track listing. This is one that I always point out on this. The scene where the kid is pulling the shirt up and kissing on the girl that's sleeping on the raft is called Love Theme. Yeah, that was, to me, that was more like assault or date rape. Not a love theme. But on the inside, we have a write-up by Les Reed, who did this soundtrack. Some cool artwork in there, and another page to flip like the first Creepshow soundtrack. There was a couple different versions of this one. I think there was one of the raft, like an oil slick kind of thing. I got the Chief Woodenhead, kind of brown and teal. So, and I won't bother showing you the other album because it actually looks the same. I think the second label might be different. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pull it out. So there's the back label, Billy from the first movie, and on the second album, a little bit more blue or teal on that one, and the back is the voodoo doll from the first movie. Next up, and if you want a drinking game, take a shot every time I say next up in this video. WW036 Darkman. This is really cool. Danny Elfman soundtrack. Really cool cover art. The nice profile of Darkman. There he is again. And this one, actually, the back runs with the front. So you open it up and get a real good shot of him there. There's the guys in the helicopter coming after him, and then the gatefold. Of course, there's the Delta again that you got to have in every Sam Raimi movie. Pretty cool looking. Let's see here. Had an art print with this one as well. And it was really just kind of a condensed version of that gatefold art. And the record itself is a flame orange, I think it is. But very translucent, lots of dark streaks in it. Pretty cool looking. Of course, you can see him there on the back. And the front cover kind of has that circus theme that a lot of that movie did, and a lot of the score does too. This is a fun score to a very fun movie. Always did like Darkman. WW040 House and House 2. So these are 45 RPM. And one album per movie. So there's not a whole lot of music on House, I guess. Or at least maybe they couldn't save a lot from the tapes. But I got the Big Ben version. I don't know if there was another color of this. There might have been. There's doorbell on the back. Or at least I think that's doorbell. I don't think. No, it's a doorknob. Sorry. But yeah, ain't that cool looking? and we kind of jumped right into the record. I didn't show you the gatefold. I love the gatefold on this. So let me get the record put to the side, and let's go ahead and show you the second record while we're at it. It's actually the same thing, but on the back there's the crystal skull, and this is the one for part 2. I think each one of them has 12 tracks. House 1 has 13 tracks, House 2 has 12 tracks, but here's the gatefold. Isn't that cool? There's Big Ben. There's the bat thing that attacks him when he climbs in the mirror. There's the ex-wife monster. There's the skull. There's the caterpillar dog. Like both of these movies. Probably House 1 more than House 2. So next up, WW50, Night of the Living Dead. There was 2 or 3 different colors for this. Can't tell you what they were, but there's about 40 tracks on here, close to 50 actually. There's let's just count real quick. 46 tracks on this, and some zombies on the back. I like real good artwork on the front of our main characters. And on the gatefold, we got just some zombie horde approaching the house. You can spot the Bill Heinzman zombie there, the naked zombie there. Both albums in this set are the same. Did come with a small booklet with that chewed up body from the top of the stairs on the front of it, and a write-up by Daniel Kraus, who helped write the George Romero book that I actually have back here that I haven't read yet. But just a write-up from him. Some pictures on the back. And the records here are Ghoul Green is the color that I got, I think. I'd have to go back to the website and look. But yeah, translucent green with wisps of black throughout. Very cool looking. Next up, so this is one I was real excited about to get last year. WW051, the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack. So this was a reissue. They put it out before, I want to say 2013ish, and I was not big into collecting records at that time. I had records. I just did not get back into collecting records till about 2016, so missed out on this one. Or at least I definitely didn't really discover WaxWorks till later. But yeah, this was reissued. I was able to get a copy. It sold out in something crazy like 40 minutes or 30 or 40 minutes, maybe even quicker. Pretty cool gatefold there. Of course, got the tagline, and on the back, just a gun pointing at you. Very kind of simple artwork, and looks definitely comic book inspired to me. The records themselves, in this one, I can't remember what the first release had, but this was like Zombie Guts Pink or something along those lines. Yeah, this is the whole, or I think the whole Goblin score. It does not have the incidental, I always called it the incidental music, the stock library music, the DeWolf library music. It did not have that, so, but now I have that through my Second Sight 4K set, because I bought the deluxe version. Another awesome release from WaxWork within the last year, which was my record buy of the year when I did my top 3 picks for the year. But WW067, The Fog. This one is just beautiful. I already had the Silva Screen release of The Fog. but I went ahead and picked this up mainly for the artwork, but then also for how the records themselves look. And check out this gatefold, just beautiful. Got some hooks being brandished there. You got Stevie Wayne up on top of the lighthouse. I wish I could get it all in frame better for you, but that just looks so good. That would make another awesome poster. And on this one as well, I'll probably only get one out because they both really look the same. But this is one of the best looking colored records that I have. Ain't that neat? Just love that. And sticker on the back, 6 Must Die. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful vinyl. I forget what the other color was. You could get 2 different colors from WaxWork on this one, and then I think you could get 2 other colors from Sacred Bones Records. And there's also a booklet, I think 12 page 12 by 12 booklet. It really just has a lot of pictures from the movie, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, a lot of just memorable shots, no write-ups or anything, but love that release. Up next, WW068, Escape from New York. So I did not have the Escape from New York soundtrack on record. It's always been one of my favorites. This is the expanded version, like I had from, I forget what the original CD release I had was. That was the expanded version, but got dialogue from the movie, and I think most all of the tracks. So pretty cool cover art there of Snake. Got the president hanging there. There's them in the taxi cab with the guys on the street coming after him. And the gatefold is Snake's weapons. And there was also a 12-page booklet with this. That's a cool illustration on the front. And then, again, just shots from the movie. Some behind the scenes. And then a nice illustration of the Duke on the back. And the records themselves, again, I forget what name I bought, what the name of this color is. It's some kind of explosion, but a splatter, orange with blue and white mixed in. Really cool looking. On the back of that one is Snake's tracer watch. And on the other one, record looks the same, but on the back is the countdown timer. Next up, we have WW069. This is a big one. Godzilla King of the Monsters. This is a triple LP set with 3 records. And I've got a couple of other 3 record sets where they flip out really wide and one album goes in. Each of these has its own sleeve. So it's kind of a double gatefold in that sense. So you got this great shot of them fighting there. Everybody in the frame. There's Mothra. There's Ghidra. There's Rodan swooping in. Sorry about the glare. And then there's, some write-up about it by Bear McCreary, who did the score. And then the records themselves. We'll get these out. So 3 records, 3 different colors. I think really we had one for each of the monsters. Almost. Maybe Rodan got left out. I forget. So these were called just Kaiju colored vinyl. And record 1 was kind of an electric blue. I think electric blue is what they called it. No picture labels on side B. And then the next one was this fiery kind of orange. And the third one was this gold, which I kind of liken to King Ghidorah. So, pretty cool set, sold out on WaxWork now. So I'm glad I picked one up. Next up, and we're getting down to the last few now, but WW081, Child's Play. Really cool illustration there of Chucky melted on the back. And for the gatefold, sorry, got the old wrapper in there, a lineup of good guys, and can you pick out Chucky? Cool and fun. A couple different colors on this one. I think it was like good guys. I forget the name of these colors. What I ought to do is make a sticky note and keep with each record so I know what the actual names were. Yeah, kind of Chucky's colors mixed together there. I like that. A lot of orange and red. A little bit of black here and there. Really cool looking. And record 2 is clear with red and blue and white kind of spread around. Next up is WW082, the Child's Play remake. I love this soundtrack. Another by Bear McCreary, like from the Godzilla soundtrack. The Buddy song by Mark Hamill is just great. And then the theme is so fun at the same time as being menacing, I think. And the gatefold there is, Chucky in his buddy box. So, let's see. The record colors on this are kind of Chucky when he's nice, his eyes in particular. So a nice blue kind of starburst with a blue eye on the back. And then record 2 is Chucky when he's turned evil, and red with some splotches. And the flip side labels the red eye. Next up, WW85, the Bride of Frankenstein. They just put this out about a month or so ago. Original soundtrack from 1935. Love that artwork where her on the table is the streaks in her hair. That is really cool looking. I bought this mainly based on artwork. And just how the record was going to look. Like the gatefold too, him and her together. Very nice. And let's see. Trying to think. Yeah, no insert. But the record itself. Yeah, I love this. This is cool. The record itself is black and white. Just like the old movie. Pretty cool looking. So, say there's that. And now the final one. This is WW2783, and it's also Sacred Bones 3022. But it is the Thing box set that was put out. So this was a reissue for the Thing. And then the second album was Lost Cues by John Carpenter, which I'll get to in a second. But both records in this cool looking sleeve. And the record colors were the Thing soundtrack, or the Thing score. The Ennio Morricone score is called Blood Sample. And the John Carpenter album is called Arctic Splatter. So we'll take a quick look at those. First up, this is the Ennio Morricone score. Kind of got the continent there, but it also might be I always thought like a lung or something, the infection spreading. There's the camp in the background. And the gatefold on this, there goes the tag. The gatefold on that is just awesome. The spaceship and the three of them standing looking at it. Let's see, got an insert here, poster of the dog running from the helicopter. Pretty cool looking. And now the record itself. Love how this one looks. So this is blood sample, and it is a clear. So yeah, there's a B-side labels, the blood dish, but clear with the blood splatter. Very cool looking. Sounds great. I always wanted to get the thing on soundtrack. I had the old Verice Sarabande CD from back in the early 90s, I think, is when I picked it up. But always wanted the record. And this came out at a good time. I wish I would have got the previous release with the big box that breaks apart. And I had seen that, but at the time I just was not into collecting records again. So this is the Lost Cues album by John Carpenter. So it's got 4 tracks. It's 45 RPM. There's McCready Shack up there on the back. Another cool gatefold, them Doc and McCready looking at the ice block. So this is one, I will say, frankly, I was a little disappointed in this one. I was hoping that, the music Carpenter made would sort of kind of be like the original, and I just thought it was too big of a departure. But it's very milky, kind of light blue with the dark blue splotches. So yeah, Arctic Splatter is the name of that. And the other thing that kind of bothers me is half of the first side is the main theme, the Morricone theme. I would rather have had all Carpenter cues than a rehash of the main theme, but I guess I won't question the master. Got to meet him one time. One of the highlights of my convention adventures. So that's it for the WaxWork collection. If you stayed with me this long, I appreciate it. Waiting now for my subscription box to show up, and especially for the release of the Godzilla set. That Godzilla set is just going to be incredible, I think. I'm always impressed with the work that WaxWorks does. And I think they teased on their Twitter that they're also going to do the Dead Zone this year. So I'll definitely be picking that up. But in the meantime, everybody just stay safe and take care of each other. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll talk to you later. Now I'm going to get to work putting these records away. So thanks for watching. Bye.